Niiamah Ashong here. I'm looking forward to spending time with you here on the Outliers Edge live. We're getting everyone into this space here, so wherever you are, come on in and let us know. Leave a message. Let us know where you are in the world. We'd love to come and have you come and play. And what we're going to do right now is I have a real treat, right? Real treat in space for you all. It's a treat for me. That's we're going to use it for you as well. So look, my name is Niiamah Ashong. I am the founder of Outliers Edge and the Outliers Edge movement, where we gather together extraordinary leaders like yourself and who have lived a life where they do things differently. And we create spaces for us to continue to practice being all of who we are, to see all of what we have to offer, and to make sure that we're able to bring that energy and difference toward the change that we're on this planet here for. All right. And what I love to do in particular underneath this is to help people build out systems and engines. I call them engines that continue to support the impact you're looking to make in a sustainable way. So making sure you have impact, your income, and your identity all taken care of. And so today we have something different that's taken place, and I'm going to set us up here for the conversation. So we go live every weekday at 10 a.m. Pacific, and I realized this weekend that I actually had a stand-in conflict with that on Monday. Something that and that conflict there became an opportunity. You see, today we have Sase on the conversation, Lori Sase. She's one of my coaches, and she spends time working with me on a regular basis. And I found myself in a place where I had a crossroads. It was either we could either like cancel the call, reschedule the call, or reschedule the live stream, and so on and so forth. And I realized that one of the gifts of the 10,000 minutes live game that I'm playing right now is that it allows me to, it has me stretching myself out of my comfort zone, it has me doing things and sharing things and showing up in a way that I wouldn't before, like normally. It feels that wouldn't feel acceptable normally. And so this went from like a thing where I'm like a challenge that I had to go and overcome to, okay, well, let's now use this as an opportunity, right? Like, I'm going to get coached. Like, what if part of the coaching was being in, like, allowing that to be shared publicly? Now, in a bit, we're going to walk you through, give you some context of what it's like, where it is, because you're not coming into a one-off conversation. This is an ongoing relationship that Sauce and I have here. It actually started with her coming onto the Outliers Edge podcast, like the roundtable. And in our first conversation, I actually invited her to lead me through some things, and it's led to that conversation was one of the major ripples that have led to this moment here. All right. So Sauce, in a bit, I'm going to bring you in just a bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a little bit more time just getting everyone set up here, and then we'll mesh everything in and let you set a little bit of context in terms of like the work you do, kind of where we are as well. All right. So
Perfect.
perfect. So where things are going to go is that I'm going to set up the structure for a bit of the day, and then I'll tell you a little bit about like kind of where the conversations have gone in the past. And then I've asked Sauce to honestly, I'm just like, I'm here for me. This one year, I'm like I get great results when I spend time with her, and we discussed about, like, do we change the nature of this conversation to be, more reflective, or to share about like the power of things? And it's like, no, like I'm here for a coaching session. Like I want the real deal. And one of the things that was really that I want to make sure I say out loud is that I had to I really had to come to terms with being okay with doing this. And one of the things that was really funny for me was that I was saying, like, we do live coaching here. I invite people all the time, like, hey, just leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know if there's something you want to work on. Just come on in. We'll come work on it, right? And here I am as someone who has a platform that is a coach, has a platform where I'm coaching others. I'm inviting people to get coached live and publicly as well. And then when I have opportunity to go to my own coach, who I trust, respect, and love so deeply, and I have an opportunity to be like, hey, do you want to come and play? I'm like, but what is it going to mean? How am I going to be seen? Will people still think that I'm an authority? Yes, I'm kind of meta. Like, is that how it gets done? And I realized that it actually put me right into my outliers edge. This is like, I'm doing it the way that I do it. And I don't see other people that I follow bringing on their mentors, their coaches, and the people who support them to actually support them in real time. They might talk about working together, but they don't actually do it. And so this is we're walking into my edge, and at the same time, I'm grateful for it. Know that there is there's an additional level of coaching and transformation taking place, which is the level of me becoming even more comfortable and recognizing the power of like the fact that this conversation will be viewed by other people. The fact that this is not just like a private area here. Like I got to ask myself, I got to like, you'll hear the conversation that's taking place. I don't know where we're going to go. Salsa's like really magical with the work that she does. So I trust in that place. But know that underneath this is also an opportunity for me to see how do I show up as a leader? Like, in what places am I willing to go privately that I'm not willing to go publicly? What does it feel like for anyone who comes into my space? Because the Outliers Edge movement is a public movement, right? We're out in the world. And the reason that we're public is so that we don't have to be two different people. We can just be all of ourselves all the time. And it's something to talk about that work, but it's another thing to practice it. So you're actually seeing me in my practice here. And I'm going to invite you to watch and listen and to participate with both of those lenses on, right? See where you think I'm holding back. See where you might have held back, like all that. You get a chance to play and know that like uh, I'm excited. There's when I have this conversation, I'm sitting here for my coaching session. So I'm not trying to interact with anyone during this year. You get to be a fly on the wall for it. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. And what we'll do is that at the end of the session here, like when I'm wrapped and complete, then we'll come back to the comments and we'll go take a look at that there. All right. All right. With that being said, let me bring in Sauce. Sauce, thanks so much for being open to this here. Thanks for playing this out. Um, is there in a bit? I'll let people get some more context as to like where we kind of are and like some of the characters and players who show up in our work here. But before we do that, would you like to just like introduce yourself? Let make sure people know who you are, and then we'll go from there. So we'll do our introductions first, and then we'll just like get into the work.
Of course. Well, thank you, Niiamah. I'm so excited about your live streams. I've caught some of them, or most of them, I think. And it's interesting that Chat GPT recently said to you, like, it doesn't have to be one or the other. Do both. And that's actually what we're doing here too. When you were saying, should we reschedule it or should we go live? And actually, let's do both. So that was really interesting to me. I'm so happy to be here. So like you said, my name's Lori Sase, but I go by my nickname Sase. Pretty much everyone calls me that, even my doctors. So Sase is my name. I am a life coach. I also do grief tending. Um, I'm a consultant, but also I do soul work. And I'll explain that briefly, but I bridge life coaching and soul work in a way that allows people to go a little bit deeper into their resistances. And so everybody has different niches, but this is mine. So life coaching is a lot about spirit and dream pursuit and life expression and the ascent, the positivity, go get it, it's powerful. And then soul work is more of the descent. It holds wounds, it holds past vulnerabilities, it allows shame to be seen. And the reason that we do that is to allow all of these things to be warmed. And in the spirit of alchemy, when wounds are warmed, they're allowed to transmute into something more beautiful and into some medicine that you bring the world as a result of your experiences. So what we learn is that wounds are human. They're not something that we should be ashamed of. They might cause us to have beliefs that are limiting. They might cause us to have lower views of ourselves, or we might have translated that to be something that we that we have self-doubt around. But when we go back to the origin of what those wounds are, we allow old fictions to release and we allow new truths to take their place. And so that's some of what we have been working with. I also want to say in the same breath that Niiamah has coached me before. He has a different expertise, and Niiamah is a fantastic coach. He will allow you to take your vision and explode with it. He does not have any doubts. He will be a catalyst for you to be even more excited about what you do. And he will not blink when you bring your dream forward. He will get you to so many levels higher that you cannot go wrong with Niiamah. And that's the thing about coaching, right, Niiamah, is that there are things that we can't see for ourselves. So it's not that